We're going to sign up for Calendly, which is a scheduling software, the free version. Connect your calendar to it and then attach it to one of the pages on your website so people can book times to meet with you, and thus speeding up the process of them pressing A-OK to your service. So if you go to calendly.com and sign up for an account, or you can log in if you already have an account. I'm going to actually sign up for a new account. I already have an account with them. So I'm going to sign up. It brings me to a pop-up that just suggests that the easiest way to sign up is with Google. So I do agree with this. Your login to Calendly doesn't have to be your domain name. So don't worry if your Google account is just Gmail or something and you don't want the people to see that. Just keep going. Press sign up with Google. Now I already have a Google account, so I'm going to choose my personal account just for the purposes of this video. It's asking me if I will give Calendly access to my Google account. Now this makes sense because I use my Google Calendar to schedule my life. So if you don't, you would probably have to be putting in a different calendar, or you might want to start using Google Calendar, because to use the scheduler, you're going to have to connect it to something, and this would be the best way to do so. So this is going to be my URL. I'm just going to say okay. And this is really great too. So your Google Calendar is connected and it's just asking for conflicts. And what that means is I have my personal account connecting to my business account. So it just wants to make sure I have attached the right calendar to my appointments. So the whole point of the scheduler is if you're busy with, say, a dentist appointment at 10 a.m. on a Monday, it will track that. And while your potential customer definitely won't see that you're going to the dentist, they will see that you are busy. So that's what this means, checking for conflicts. So I would simply elaborate, that's the calendar that I would want to be set up with. And then you could set up your hours, your available hours that people can book, just so you're not getting midnight calls if you don't want them. So this is really handy if you don't want to take calls at 5 p.m. on a Friday, for instance. I don't want to take any calls on a Friday. So we're going to continue. It just asks you what you're doing, just for their own data, I guess. And then we're finishing up. So that's all set up. These are the defaults. Now, I just want to let you know that the free account with Calendly only allows for one type of meeting. They are doing this right now because obviously they want you to try out all the beautiful features, and they're probably going to ask for some money later. So just keep that in mind, and you can turn off your unused events very quickly, so you don't have to worry. So I'm going to show you that you're just going to click in here. You can have some fun. Like, this is where you're really customizing this. When you are in control with people making appointments with you, it is so life-changing. It provides you so much freedom in your scheduler. It looks so professional on your part for your potential customer, and you don't have to worry about emailing back and forth. So take your time, go through these. I'm not going to go through them one by one, but you can take a look on your own. And basically what I'm going to do here is show you about integrations and getting this on other parts of your life. You could do the Facebook pixel. You can connect MailChimp so that if anyone if anyone books a consult with you, you can make sure that they are automatically added to your newsletter. So it's pretty cool. These are integrations. This is getting into a little bit more advanced, but not too advanced. They do make it quite simple. I'm going to go back to home. That's where the hub of all of your event types. Once people start scheduling events with you, they'll appear here, but you don't have to ever really log in here. I don't. All this stuff gets connected to my calendar. So I want to embed. So create a single use link We don't want that either. So those are special. So that's actually really awesome. So this create a single use link, generate a one-time link that expires after the first booking. So that's really, really great if you're creating a special appointment for someone and you don't want other people to see it. Add times to an email. You could embed available times directly into an email. So it gets pretty funky. So otherwise, I'm just going to copy that link. I'm going to show you what I did again. This gear at the top, I'm going to press it. It brings me to this drop down, and I'm going to do add to website. Now another pop-up comes up, and it's just asking you, okay, well, what do you want to do? Do you want to do an inline embed, which explains it loads the Calendly scheduling page directly into your website? Do you want a pop-up so that if you want a book now button, for instance, it's just going to pop up, or pop up text? So I'm going to actually do all three just so you can see the difference. Inline embed. Perfect. I'm going to press, I'm going to do that again. I'm clicking this, I'm pressing continue. You can add your brand colors here if you'd like, background color, text color, button and link color. I'm not going to do that for this video, just to keep it quick. I'm going to copy the code. It's all copied, and I'm close, and then I'm done. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over to my website here. I'm going to click edit page. And you can either paste it right in here, or you can edit with Elementor, depending on what you're comfortable with. Probably want to stick with Elementor because that's what we're learning. And I just, I'll do that again. I pressed the arrow, or sorry, the plus sign, and it brought me into doing something above here, and I could also do it below. So because I copied code, I want the code widget here. So this element. So if you go all the way to the bottom, it says HTML. I'm going to drag and drop, move that over, and you'll see here it looks like nothing. It just looks like this gray box. So the HTML code, I'm just pasting it, and see how it's just made it so beautiful. Now, I don't really like how it's kind of within a frame like this and it's enclosed. It looks weird to me. I don't want people scrolling. So what I could do is you want to click the layouts of the section. You just want to make it bigger. So you can either do minimum height, or you could do fit to screen. And you could just play around with I'm clicking, with kind of like how you want it to look. If you don't want to fit to screen, you could do minimum height. And the person would just click something. You could see how it shows up in real time. This is my calendar. Now I don't have any conflicts set up, so clearly I'm wide open. And then they would just click something, press confirm. They would enter their details, any notes, and then they would schedule the event. So that is now booked on my calendar, and there it is. It's done. So that's embedding it in your website. The other option I'm going to do that pop-up. So we're going to go back to Calendly. I'm going to press this gear button again. I'm going to press add to website again. And the pop-up I'm going to do now is a pop-up widget. So I want the button code, continue, schedule time with me. So I just touch this and it deals with that. So I'm going to actually say book now. Background, but let's change it to this. Oh, it's too red. Let's change it to that. Copy code. I'm going to add the HTML element, to this again, because now I have copied additional code. So I'm just going to pop it in here, and there's more code. So this is an interesting one. So it's creating a pop-up, but you'll notice that we're doing something completely different here. So we've got all their code here, and instead that gray box stays the gray box. But what you would have noticed is this button pops up in the lower right-hand area of your screen. So this is really cool. So now I can click that button, this pops up, and you can put that button anywhere on your website. And that's what makes this really neat. So say that you're on the Work With Me page and you want people to really understand, hey, book now, book now. This like as they're scrolling, well, this doesn't really scroll. As they're scrolling, it's here, it's available. So that would be another option if you would want. So you could actually have both of these. I wouldn't put them on the same page, however, that would be confusing. And the last one, back to Calendly, back to add to website, it's pop-up text. So this is pretty much the same thing as the button, only you're putting this text within your words. So click here, like even if you want to just click here to book a call, okay? I want to copy that code. Let's create a text edit. Let's put it up here. And then let's just say, oops, I have to put it in the text. So I've put it in the text portion because when you're in visual in a text editor, it turns all of that into like regular writing, which you don't want. So you can play around and then see how it says click here to book a call. I wouldn't really play with that one too much. If you're new at doing this, I would stick with embedding directly on the page or this button. So those are the ways that you would sign up for Calendly, set up your first appointment, and get it integrated to your website. Another trick or suggestion that I have is after people have filled out the form, you've already gotten their contact. Here, I'm just going to get out of here. So you already have their contact, and that should be in your inbox. So while you're waiting, or while they're waiting for you to reply to them, you might want to actually create a thank you page for your WP forms for this contact form. So after they hit submit, they get a thank you page as well. Then they're directed to book already a 15-minute meeting with you so you can get the process started right away. This is a great, handy way for you to get information about them and then for them to feel supported immediately after and get them on a call with you. So let's say it takes you 24 hours to get back to their email. They haven't forgot about you. They already have a call with you. So, I would suggest doing that as well. So Calendly is now booked on your website.